Shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
Hey, first and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father and Son,
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
Double honors to the apostles, the elders of GMS who rule well. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. GMS stop and listen on location with GMS News of Moth. Got the brother Yashar to my left, Kwahalak to my right. You know, and we just feeding off what's in the news now, and you know, piggybacking. We want to speak on what's happening. Basically like a quote or a sentence the brother from Mystery of the Kingdom, GMS Birmingham said, "How do you know when you're on the streets, on the highways, where you're going? They have signs, right? Mm-hmm. That's how you know, and that's how we know America's getting ready to be destroyed, right? We have signs. We get 2nd Ezra 9:1. 2nd Ezra 9:1.
Gotcha.
So we look at the signs, man, and current events and what's happening. And the big thing we just seen, and you know, in the news, that the Most High is bringing judgment, man. He's bringing judgment. Last week we had a Ethiopian plane crash that killed everybody on the plane, and you knew once you saw how it hit the ground that it wasn't going to be no survivors, because when they hit the ground, it exploded, man. It exploded. People are getting messed up, right? You have the brother Malcolm put out, it's like 39 mass shootings already in 2018, and they Edomites, man. You know, and we can, you know, you just had the shooting in New Zealand with the Edomite that killed the 49 people. And there's judgment that's being brought. Go ahead, read what you got.
This is 2nd Ezra 9:1. It says he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself.
Measure the time, man. Time is a sequence of events, past, present, or future, right? Mm-hmm. You must measure it by seeing what's going on. We measure it by what the scriptures, what the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai has said, right? We read the scriptures, and then when that current event come out, we can go back and say, oh, the scriptures already said it, letting us know that this book is 100% truth, man. The scriptures are 100% truth. It says in Proverbs 30:5, these are pure words, man, of the Heavenly Father, man. Go ahead.
Kind of says, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, mm-hmm. then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
Come. He said he began to visit, meaning punish the world that he made, and he's punishing these people, man. Mm-hmm. The times of the signs past. How do we know that the Edomite that shot the 49 people, how do we know that that's part of his MO? Because the scripture says it, man. Mm-hmm. We know through what? Through the scripture says here in Maccabees, when they took over, wickedness multiplied in the earth, man.
Things like that, killing for no reason, man. That's I mean, it's a reason for to fulfill the Lord's will, but that was a killing on a mindset just to go and just kill and slay, man. Mm-hmm. Just because they can, man. Esau, just like he took over Gad and took over Jake because he could. He felt in his spirit that he could do it. There was nothing to hinder Esau from doing what he. That's why in the time of Jacob's trouble, ain't nothing gonna hinder this man. Like it says, there shall be evil in the city, and the Lord has not done it.
Right. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 39, verse 28. It says, there be spirits.
17.
It says that there be spirits mm-hmm. that are created for vengeance, mm-hmm. which in their fury lay on sore strokes.
And this all from the Heavenly Father, man. Mm-hmm. He sends those spirits down here, man. Hey, he looks to the left hand side and gives Satan that order, and he sends his spirits down here to get on people, man. That's how that happens, man. Mm-hmm. You know, man, that Edomite, when you show him, he had a blank look on his face. It was a blank look, like of no care, like he really didn't even know what was going on. And when you see the pictures of him, man, you know, go ahead.
It says, in the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them.
See, and hey, if you see the video, man, he was popping, man. He was changing clips on him. I mean, just shooting people like with no remorse. And you could tell it had to be another spirit on him, because one of the men tried to run by him. It looked like he could have really rushed the dude and tackled him, but he shot him like it was like dude was right up on him. And the Most High still had him be able to turn it and pop him right quick. Hey, hey, the Lord had that spirit of vengeance on him, man. And he displayed it in that mosque, man.
Yeah.
You know? Go ahead.
It says, teeth of wild beast.
That's it on there.
Okay, yeah.
Go ahead, what you got?
17 and
13.
And it says, arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword.
He said the wicked, which is thy sword. So Esau, you're really put here to be that whooping stick for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man. He proved that in that shooting. I guarantee you, it was some of them people were probably Jake.
In the spirit, yeah.
You know?
Or they were Jake, yeah, they were Jaking in bullshit.
And Jake into their bullshit. You know? Give me Psalms 119 and 126.
This is the book of Psalms.
Wait on me.
Okay.
We're going to get anything up here or down here. Up here or down here.
This is Psalms 119 and verse 26. And it says, I have declared my ways. I have declared my ways, and thou heardest me. Teach me thy statutes. Make me to understand the way of thy precepts. So shall I talk of thy wondrous work.
19 and 126.
126, a lot. This is Psalms 19 and 126. And it says, it is time for thee, Lord, to work, for they have made void thy law.
See, they have made void thy law. It's like brother just mentioned, it's probably some of them people in there with Jake in the spirit. Into that what? Islam shit.
Yep.
Right? You worshiping other gods. Now read that again.
And it says, it is time for thee, Lord, to work, for they have made void thy law.
So it was time for him to put that work in. He had to, them spirits put that work in, because it's probably some Jakes in there, they had made void Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai's law and worshiping the cobblestone and Allah and shit. You know? So the Lord put that work in on him. Is it?
And it says, therefore I love thy commandments above gold, yea, above my fine gold.
So we love these commandments more than gold, man. We're gonna follow these laws and these statutes and commandments. Go ahead, what you got?
Psalms 96 and 5. It says, for all the gods of the nations are idols,
Like from here on up.
but Yahweh made the heavens.
See, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai made the heavens, man. Read that again.
It says, for all the gods of the nations are idols.
They all idols, man. Islam, Scientology, you got Buddha, that Haile Selassie shit. What else? Molech, Baphomet.
Jesus.
Yeah, Jesus, this modern day Christianity. Those that's idols, man. Like the brother had mentioned, I was watching the brother in Kabari Howard, and he's in LA. He said Baphomet allowed y'all to be homosexuals. The Haile Selassie guy allows you to smoke weed. You know what I mean? Smoking weed. You know? Hey, those idols, man. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. It says, okay.
And it says, you just heard 96 and 5?
Yep.
Okay, come.
You can get. Yeah, so hey man, it's vengeance being brought out, man. By how about Shem Yahweh Shai?
Okay.
You know?
This is okay, no. Okay. This is First Chronicles 16 and 14. Real quick. Okay. It says he is Yahweh, our power.
He is Yahweh, our power, right? The power of the universe. And Yahweh is his name. It's not God. Those are titles right? Lord is the title. His name is Yahweh, and his son is Yahweh Shai, right?
It says his judgments are in all the earth.
His judgments are in all the earth. Man, people are getting messed up all around the planet right now, man. Hey, if you try to keep up everything that's happening on this planet, you can't. It'll just, you'll be tired, man. Because judgment is going out, man. In every city, in every county, in every street, it's a judgment going out. Whether you're getting shot by a bullet, you dying from diabetes, you dying from a heart attack, or you getting hit by a vehicle accidents. It's judgment's going out, man. And this is that time. It told you in 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter, man. Mm-hmm. Now is when the highest is coming to what? Visit the earth, man. Mm-hmm. You know? Go ahead.
This is Psalms 97 and 89. Mm-hmm. It says, Zion heard and was glad, and the daughters of Judah rejoiced because of thy judgments, O Yahweh.
Mm-hmm. And we rejoice, man, when we see these judgments. Because we know these judgments, when they happen, we know what? It's getting closer and closer to the end, man. We're getting closer and closer to the ushering in of this new kingdom. We're getting closer to seeing Yahweh Shai come back on them chariots. But these things must happen, man. But you people look at it and you say, oh, that's bad. That devil. But these things must happen. He told you that in Matthew 24, man. Mm-hmm. The beginning of sorrows, man. You know? Go ahead.
It says, verse 9, for thou, O Yahweh, art high above all the earth. Mm-hmm. Thou art exalted far above all gods.
Mm-hmm. You're above all those gods, man. Mm-hmm. So Yahweh is above all those idols that y'all worship, man. So when you're not worshiping him, hey, he's a jealous power, man. You know, that's why you see all this judgment going on in the earth.
Yeah. These other guys are paper mache, man. They're paper mache. Mm-hmm. Quick precept. This is Habakkuk 2. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because because it will surely come, it will not tarry.
So the vision is yet for appointed time. The prophecies, right? Right. Mm-hmm. Read it again. Mm-hmm. Go up a little bit.
Come. And it says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time.
So the prophecies are going to happen in their fixed time. It's a time for everything to happen. It tells you that in Ecclesiastes, man, the 1st chapter. So when it's time for this, it was just time for that mass shooting. That was the appointed time for that. Mm-hmm. To bring judgment on those heathen, and I bet you some of them was Jake's. Right? Mm-hmm. Some of them was Jake's, I bet you. Right? It's just go ahead.
But at the end it shall speak and not lie.
And at the end it shall speak and not lie, because we know it's not lying, because it's already speaking in the Bible. But when we see it, it's just edification, knowing that the Lord's word is true. Mm-hmm. And only the men of the Lord are going to understand it. Go ahead.
Though it tarry, it says, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it.
Though it tarry means delay. Though it's delaying, wait for it, because the destruction of the ultimate destruction is not going to delay. At that appointed time, Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to destroy America, man, and bring this thermonuclear destruction. That's it. Because it will surely come, it will not tarry. It's surely going to come. When he say surely, when you see the Lord saying surely, that's a confirmation, man. Mm-hmm. That's just like when you buy a plane ticket. Your confirmation number is this, meaning what? You got to ride on that plane. When he say surely in the scriptures, that's confirmation. It's going to happen. Mm-hmm. You know? Go ahead.
This is Psalms 106 and 36. Mm-hmm. It says, and they served their idols, which were a snare unto them.
Ooh, they served their idols, which was a snare unto them. It's a trap.
Yep.
So you being in that mosque serving Allah and serving the cobblestone, it was a trap. It was a trap unto you, man. You people did not know that trap was set when they opened them doors and welcomed you in. Yeah. That was a death trap. Mm-hmm. You know, think about it. When you look at the video, he went in there and started popping. You hear the gun, but look, how did he go in the room and people huddled up. Y'all ain't got no goddamn back door to that motherfucker. Pardon my French, but ain't no. Every room need a door you can get out, really.
Yeah.
Because think about it, it looked like Call of Duty. He went through there, people huddled up in the room, and pop, 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 pop. You all huddled up. When you first heard the first pop, it wasn't no side door you could run out.
Right.
Yeah, it's like, hey, there's a death trap, bro.
It's really against regulations because certain buildings you have to have an emergency exit.
It was an upgraded juke joint. You know, the juke joint's only one door in, one way out. You know, man.
This is Isaiah 59:7. It says, "Their feet run to evil, and they make haste to shed innocent blood."
That's Esau, man. You know, go ahead.
It says, "Their thoughts are thoughts of iniquity, wasting and destruction are in their path."
He probably was thinking about how he was gonna kill him. He thought about it. You know why I know he thought about it? He had a cam on his head.
He had writing on the clips.
Writing on the clips.
On the gun.
A flasher was on the muzzle.
Yeah, so he wasn't just a thing about Esau. Esau likes a short thing, man. Okay, that's why he went in with the way he went into a place overly armored and overly ready for a place that he knew that there might not even be a damn knife in that place because he took advantage of an innocent. Esau likes a sure thing. When Gad would go out and hunt, they would go into the village because that was a sure thing.
Yeah, nobody's carrying a weapon in church.
They picking. He knew it. It was a sure thing. He put the flashers on so he know if somebody did have something that he'd be able to at least flash them, man. Esau is not a warrior like that, man. He has the sword, but he's not a warrior. Warrior wouldn't. A sure kill is not something if it's not sure, he don't go after, bro. That's what Esau's doing. That's why he's thinking that he can come at Jake because we're going to be a short thing in the time of Jacob's trouble. But it says what? He's going to raise up a standard against him because he's not anticipating us getting these things that he can't see, he can't measure. Esau watches us. You don't think he watches spiritual power? That's why this man went into that situation and killed those people because it was a sure kill. It was an innocent kill.
Right.
Even when he goes out there and hunts deer, this man will have a 30-aught.
Yeah.
It can take off something from half a mile away and he'll blow the deer off right there because it's a sure thing.
Yeah.
He can't fight back.
Yeah, and the thing is, Esau knows about spiritual power, and that's why he comes out with these movies, man.
Yeah. Captain
I got
Marvel.
one for you. Genesis 27:39. Isaac his father answered and said unto him, "Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth and of the dew of heavens from above." Verse 40, "And by thy sword shall thou live, and shall serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke off thy neck." So his you can speak on you.
All right, man. So Esau's blessing was the sword. All right, and to live off the fatness of the earth. That's why Esau lives in the best parts of the earth, man. Because that's his blessing. So this is his heaven here, man. This is his heaven. So he can do whatever he please right now. But as soon as Esau's time is up, then he's going to have to pay for what he's done. It's as simple as that.
He owns, wherever you see a body of water, Esau owns that land. He knows if you own water, you know you're going to survive.
It's maritime.
Anywhere you see a pond, they own it.
Yep.
Jake them don't, you know what I mean? It's like, Jake them only have sense enough to like buy 2 acres and just make them a self-made pond. Esau dig a trench in the ground, make him a pond. Where, you know.
He's got underground water storages.
Because he know once he has control of that source of water, guess what? The animals are going to come drink. So therefore, he can take that same gun you were saying, he can shoot deer, because they all going to come eat. You can have fish. You know what I mean? All the animals are going to come drink water if they know a water source.
That's why that's a great point, because in the time of Jacob's trouble, man, he's not going to have to be like, man, how can Esau control, a simple person? How could this man control all this land and people? You don't have to control all the land and people. You have to control access points. It's called choke points. You control the choke points. If you control the where the water's at, you ain't gonna have to go round up people. It's gonna be a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. You can't live but a certain amount of days without that water.
Right.
And then the food, you just got to control the food and the water, and they're going to come to you. And the ones that don't are going to die off because you already know that they can't survive out of that net.
Right.
You, like you said, waterways. In the ancient world, why do you think cities were built by waterways? Metropolitans were built by waterways. You didn't have somebody go deep into the landmass like you have now. Right. Like right now, you can go into the middle of a country and live because what? You got ways to produce water there, bring water there. You can go to the store, live out in the middle of the country. Right. But in the ancient world, you had to be, unless you had a well, you had to dig a well. Like it says, what? Well, Abraham's well?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Egypt was right by the Nile River.
Yep.
And the Sea of Galilee was right in Israel, man.
Yep. And if I'm not mistaken, I did a little research. They said that Egypt down to Nile had like 50, if I'm not saying like 50 little offsets when you went down the river that was was connected to Egypt. When you went down the Nile, they would be provinces that would be conquered by the Egyptians. You know what? Let me not guess on it, but you brothers go ahead, man. But everything's repeating itself.
Yeah.
Like the brother read, you just read Psalm 106 where it said that the idols would be a snare unto them. Like the same thing happened to them heathens. It could have been some jakes in there. It's going to happen to the nation of Israel on a whole. Right? Yeah. I'm going to read this as Ezekiel 6:5. And it says, I will lay the dead carcasses of the children of Israel before their idols.
Damn.
So all you to be worshiping Islam, you 5%ers, right? You people that's going to these churches, these Baptist and Methodist churches, worshiping Cesare Borgia. The Lord said He finna lay your carcass right there, man.
And He did.
He did it in South Carolina.
Yeah.
You know, He did it with them, and it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen more and more, man. I mean, I'm telling you, man. You people take a chance on getting up on Sunday mornings, man. Going out there worshiping Cesare, man.
Right.
Call yourself and go to the house of the Lord, man. I'm telling you, man. Hey, how about Shemal Shai? It's getting ready. The Lord just told you, man. Now the time when the highest has been to visit the earth, man. Yep. We're gonna hear more church shootings, man. It's not done. You know, I'm waiting to hear Esau just going there and throwing like 10 grenades in the church and run out and just blow it on. You know, blow everybody up, man.
They did that with them that church bombing. Remember them girls? Those are Edomites that did that. They threw a Molotov cocktail in the Birmingham,
Alabama.
When they went in them two little girls, they went in there, and that was Esau that did that, man. He didn't care if you was that showed you Esau didn't care about God because he went in so-called a house of God and threw a Molotov cocktail in the house of worship, man.
Right.
He did that willingly. He didn't care who he killed. He wanted to kill more. He was pissed off. It was only two little girls, man.
Right. Just like those Columbine shootings. Edomites, man. In that shooting in Colorado some years ago, of the you walked in the movie theater and just shot everybody up. Come on, man. Esau, he's not afraid to use the sword, man. He's not afraid to use it, man. When it says the devil has come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he has but a short time. So Esau, he's going to ride down on Israel, man, because he's not about to give up his kingdom without a fight, man. All right, man. Esau, he's going to take some dead bodies with him, man. I'm just telling you, man.
And this scripture right here talks about the reason why He's going to kill you for that. This is Ezekiel 20:16, because they despise my judgments and walk not in my statutes, but polluted my Sabbaths, for their heart went after their idols, man. Y'all had it, man. And when you keep reading on, it goes into the wilderness. I was just gonna say, back in the wilderness, man, you got the law, statutes, commandments from Moses, man. You did what you still wanted to do.
Yep.
When he went up there, what did y'all do? Told Aaron, you put all the jewels together and melted it down.
Make us a calf. Make us a god. They said, make us a god.
And molted it. I'm talking about, that shows you how how cold Jake is, man. For y'all to put jewelry, you know you had to have a fire in a pot. And then it had to cool off. And then y'all made like an image out of it.
Yeah.
In 40 days. Jake is cold, man.
Yeah, Jake was cold sinning, man.
And they cold with wickedness, man. That's why y'all ass gonna die.
Yeah.
That's why y'all gonna die, man. That's why y'all gonna die, man. Isaiah 66.
15?
15.
It says, for behold, behold, the Lord will come with fire, and his chariots like a whirlwind to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by his swords will he plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many.
The slain of the Lord shall be many, man. Thermonuclear missiles, man. It's how the Lord is going to visit you in the end. That's how he's going to visit you for all these iniquities, for all these idols that you worship. It's going to be more than just Esau coming in, popping you. And that's just a prelude to what's going to come. Because when time of Jacob's trouble, when martial law comes, when they kick your doors in, when you read in 2nd Ezra 16 chapter around 73, 74, it tell you they're going to be like madmen sparing none. And they're going to bust in on you. A lot of you, when they bust in on you, that's what you're going to see, that flashing light, and you're going to see the white light, because you're going to feel the burn from them bullets, man. The same way symbolic of the nuclear destruction. You're going to see a flashing light in the distance, and then you're going to feel the burn. When I seen that light, that's what I thought of. Nuclear destruction going to be the same way. You're going to see a flashing light, you're going to feel the burn. And that's what y'all going to feel, man, in the time of Jacob's trouble. Right? Okay, what you do?
This is Zechariah 10 and 2. It says, for the idols have spoken vanity. It says, for the idols have spoken vanity.
See, worthless, man. Those idols, they don't really they don't even speak.
Right.
David proved that to Nebuchadnezzar, didn't he? Remember? In the temple, he was feeding the idol.
Yeah,
he told him to put the dust on the floor.
Yeah.
They don't speak, man. They don't eat. You know, go ahead.
It says, for the idols have spoken vanity, and the diviners have seen a lie.
Y'all seen a lie, man.
It says, and have told false dreams. They comfort in vain. Therefore, they went their way as a flock.
They went their way as a flock. Yep.
It says, they were troubled because there was no shepherd.
You was troubled because there was no shepherd, man. Ain't no shepherd in Islam, man. In the mosque, man. Ain't no shepherd in the Christian church, man. The true shepherds are the men of GMS that are out on the highways and byways, pushing this word in truth and sincerity and doing these sit-downs, man. These are the true shepherds, man, of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man.
Them guys are hirelings, man.
Hirelings.
That's the hirelings. And I seen a photo the other day. Yep. There was a photo, and it was a sheepdog, right? And the sheepdog just got done fighting a wolf. And the sheepdog risked his life for the wolf, right? And the sheepdog was sitting there laying down. He was all fucked up and bloody. His face was bloody. And then one of the lambs came over and was comforting the sheepdog, man. You know what I mean? Because the lambs even knew that this sheepdog risked his life for me. So that's the same thing. That's if an animal can do that. Imagine what Jake is really that's going to be also a upliftment for Yahweh Shem Yahshai, because of us putting our lives and saying, man, we standing on this. Them sheep are going to know, damn, these dudes they for real standing on it. They out here, they call terrorists. They still pushing the word. It says in the day of thy power, that's a part of power, bro.
Yeah.
The sheep are gonna be like, damn, this is my shepherd. Because you seen the picture, I'll show you, bro. The sheep came up and was licking the sheepdog, bro. And the sheepdog was bloody, man. You know. But that's that just had to speak on that, man.
That's the same way when you see cats when they stand on the other side, they constantly see you coming out. This cat's been seeing this same thing over and over for years now. So now they, like you said, these gotta be the shepherds, and they come out and they join the camp.
Exactly.
You know,
and especially in the time of that persecution, that heavy.
Go ahead, keep speaking.
That heavy persecution, man. They're gonna know, and they're gonna know that these men have been pushing the truth and pushing the right way. And we ain't doing it for money. That's why IUIC is being found out. That's why these other camps that are not pushing the truth is being found out. This is what we're coming to, man. That's why it says the foolishness of preaching, the foolishness of risking ourselves. When they made that slick diss, Snow Dummies, But that snow dummies, bro, that probably bought a lot of men. Like, man, you out there in the snow for it, pushing the truth. You out here keep doing it and keep pushing it. But these other guys that don't realize that, man, you ain't gonna have no shepherd. That's why you're gonna be caught up in this the judgment that's coming down the line, man. You know, these mass shootings, these things that are taking place, this is all to what? This is all for the glorification of Yahweh Shem Yahshua, man, because he ain't dealing with these other truths, man. Just like it says, we read in the streets, it says, when the Lord's foundation, no house can be built. There can be no kind of other foundation even started when this Most High pushed this thing, man. That's why you guys gonna get caught up. You're gonna be killed. You're gonna be fucked up. You're gonna get caught up with this, with that, because it's gonna be diverse judgments, man. Mm-hmm. You know, that's why we hope to be, like it says in Psalms, be hid under the pavilion, man. We're doing this for something,
right?
You know, we're hoping for mercy, man.
Yeah, because we're not doing this just to be doing it, man. We have a purpose of doing it, man, and we see the prize, man. The prize is being the first ones on the chariots, man. 29. And
10
and getting into the kingdom on the first go round, man. That's why we're doing it, man. Because we have faith in it. We know it's gonna happen. We see it. We can taste it, man. We can taste the destruction, man. It's coming.
Now, when we read Psalms 17 and 13, it said that basically Esau's the Lord's sword. And the brother just mentioned, he was speaking, I heard him say a key word when he was speaking, he said terrors. I looked the word terrorist up, right? They give you a definition where it really sits you to terrorism. Mm-hmm. Terrorism is the use of violence and threats to intimidate or coerce, especially for a political purpose.
Yeah.
Right? And that's part of what you saw. That guy doing that shooting, man. The state of fear and submission produced by terrorism, produced by that violence. Right? So, we're not the terrorists, man. We're not bringing violence. We're only reading the scriptures, man.
Right.
We're men who have been called to do this by the power of Yahweh Shem Yahshua. Esau, you the real terrorist, man.
He's a certified terrorist.
You certified. You give it names. You give it names like acronyms: FBI, CIA, Blackwater. Mm-hmm. Y'all are fucking terrorists, man. You know that was a terrorist act the dude did, man.
Yeah.
Because that's gonna bring fear. Now everybody in New Zealand finna tip around, scared as hell.
Yeah, afraid to go and fucking get some mashing ham and shit.
Exactly.
Mashing taters. And
I think he said something about what inspired him to do it was like something about Trump had said or something.
Yeah.
Like it all.
So now they tie Babylon.
Yeah, it always tied Babylon back to it.
Yeah, let me say
the king of Babylon.
Let me see. He basically said Trump, he roused up the white power spirit.
Yeah, that white power spirit in the con, that's it.
Yeah.
Because I remember saying something like that white power spirit. You know what I mean? Like the brother said, it was an easy kill for you, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
All those people in there docile, they ain't got no weapons. You knew you didn't even go in the Baptist church because check them out and pull a pistol out the pulpit.
You might have had one of them old 38s.
They got a chopper. They came out with a chopper.
They just put the 38 by the hymnals.
And I know it's true because, hey, I got a cousin that's a preacher, man. He'll tell you right now, I'm strapped every Sunday.
Damn.
He got 2 pistols. You know? Because, you know, he used to be in that life, man. You know what I mean? He used to be into that life. So now he a preacher, he got guns, man. You know, he carry guns. He got that robe on when you come out on you.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? He like you said, he went to New Zealand. He went to the other side of the world. They real docile.
Yeah.
They, you know, you look at the TV, New Zealand, one of the best places you can ever go.
Soft.
Calm and peaceful place.
He had time to write his hand. And when you seen the writing on the thing, that was real. And that dude could have been MK Ultra. Yeah. You know, a lot of these guys that do that mass shooting, they don't even realize it when they get done.
Because you see his face.
He don't even know what the hell going on.
Don't even know what's going on.
He gonna wake up in the pen serving almost death row, if not consecutive life terms.
Like the brother was saying, why didn't they kill his ass? He did all that killing when the police showed up. You mean he got shot?
because they got to have because they have to, what did it say, dude? He said they take advantage of situations like 9/11. They took advantage of it because they got something out of it. When they got dude on trial, they're going to be able to pass this law. They're going to be able to parade him around. It's going to put a lot of attention, so he's going to be an ongoing thing. It's not going to, they would have shot him, we would have forgot his ass tomorrow, man.
Yeah.
We would have been on the news. It would have been like gunmen dead, people dead, mourning, and then they go back about their life. But the agenda now with him being alive, people are like, we want justice.
Yeah.
This is a quick precept in Matthew, Micah 2:2, and it says, "For they covet fields and take them by violence. The house," it says, "in houses and take them away, and they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage."
Hey, and that's what Esau did when they came over with Columbus and them.
Yeah.
They coveted what we had. They already knew it was beautiful stuff over here from when Solomon used to come over here.
Right.
So then when Columbus started reading Ezra, he knew. They came over here and got busy, man.
And it was a what? Easy kill.
Easy kill, man.
Columbus said it out of his mouth. He said, with 50 men, we could take over the whole land. You ain't even got to give me a battalion. You give me 50 men and some horses.
Like that situation. They didn't need no 2 shooters. It was only one dude. He just had many rounds. You know, with the right kind of weapon. That shoot burst. That you know what I mean? 30-round clips, man. Shit. I saw him reload twice, so that means he had to shoot like 80 rounds on her.
And he was shooting the same little corner of people.
Yeah.
And it says, this is Matthew 10 and verse 34.
All right. And I had that too.
Yeah. Think not that I come to send peace on the earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. For I am...
He said, think not. Now this is the Lord, this is red. Think not that I come to send peace, man, because y'all think Yahweh Shem Shai is all roses and love, the hugging bug. No, he's not like that. He said, I come to send a sword. A sword is a killing instrument that brings a destructive effect. And he's going to bring it through martial law, sedition among men, thermonuclear destruction, man. That's how he's going to bring it. He's going to bring it when the chariot tells the second Ezra, man. 13, when he's gonna bring with them chariots, them laser beams, man. Amen. The Lord, he said he gonna visit you. You go into the word visit, it means punish too. So he gonna punish y'all, man. I know you got one to go on.
This is Ecclesiastes 3. I'll start at 1 and skip down. It says, to everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under the heaven. Now it says, a time to kill, and a time to heal, a time to break down, and a time to build up.
See, and this is the time of breaking down of the society of Babylon. This is the breaking down time now. And the building up time is after that nuclear destruction. Then we put you in slavery. We put your nose in fetters of iron. When you read in Psalms 149, that's going to be that time of building up, man. You know?
It says, a time to love and a time to hate. A
time to love,
of war,
a time to hate.
Yeah.
Right? Go ahead.
A time of war and a time of peace.
Time of war and a time of peace. We at war. We've been at war.
Right.
We've been at war for the last 3,000 years, man. Like, you know, as a whole.
We're like spiritual veterans.
We're like a little break in there between 330 AD to about 1300. But we've been at war. We've been at war for a long time. You know. And that time, the time for the end of that war, the time for peace is coming, man. Just like when King David, like we were saying, he was a hitman for Solomon. Solomon didn't really have to do nothing but let the Lord give him the wisdom how to run it. So we going through that now, getting this wisdom on how to run this next kingdom, man. And Yahweh Shai gonna be that hitman that come back.
That's how you know, man. It's in our spirit, because it's like we do certain things that most people will run from. Most people look at with disdain and look at like what kind of spirit got to be on you. You just don't hop in one life and you just come out and just like, yeah, you're gonna do this. No, it's like you're used to that you run into something that is adverse. It goes against all matter of mind in the world you see today. People don't want to go out there in the cold. People barely want to walk to their damn car in the wintertime. That's a bother. You got to think, what is in your mind to be able to be like, you know what, I'm going to go out here and I'm going to push this truth stand out here and just almost freeze, you know what I'm saying? Not even freeze, but just be out there. And then you're contesting, then you battling people, then you do it in the summertime. You just don't do that, man. It's like we're veterans, we're spiritual. We had to have done it. That's why it says the spirit of the prophet is subject unto the prophet. You have to. You don't exercise. That's why some come in, they like, man, I gotta lay it down, or they'll mock us for doing it. And we like, we just do, you know what I'm saying? We just doing it. You just doing it. It's something you don't see yourself not doing it.
Right. And King David, he made sure that his son Solomon ruled in peace.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he wanted, man.
Yep.
And who put the spirit on King David to slay all the heathen, man? Yahweh did.
You know, it's spirit, because he even did it on his deathbed.
Yep.
Because he told Solomon, look, you got to kill him.
Yep.
He was a warrior till his last. He was, you know, laying there. He said, look, you got to kill him. You got to kill him. You got to kill him.
Yep.
Because it said his son lived in peace, man.
Yep.
So that's why Yahweh Shai, he got the order. You got to kill these Edomites, man.
That was
you got to kill. You got to destroy America. You got to destroy Babylon.
Yep.
Esau can't be around. It's gonna be 1,000 years, and he's gonna have a small battalion, and we're gonna have to take care. We're gonna be like, look at this simple guy. He's gonna come at us again. It's in him.
Right. Now, just like Yahweh Shai, he's going to come back and slay all the heathen and put the heathen in slavery, so we can dwell in peace.
Come. That's it. That's it. That's it.
Take us out.
Come.
Okay, go ahead.
You done?
Yeah.
All right, man. You brothers ain't
Y'all got anything else?
Hey, we got nothing else. That's all you gotta say. Hey, so Abba Ratazah, this was edifying. And with that, we want to give all praise unto Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem, Barak Wadash. And we give double honors to our apostle elders and to you hopeful men on the four corners of the planet Earth. Keep pushing, keep enduring. Like always, man, keep that faith. We're in a beautiful time, man. And hey, judgment is coming, man.
That's right.
Shalom.
Shalom.